Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And hit the notification bell. That way you will be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new, honey. Yes, girl, I'm on my way to the gym. As y'all can see, I'm trying to get back to the same level of consistency I had when I started this health and wealth journey, bitch, okay? Just, and my birthday's coming up too, so I definitely, it never hurts to, be 20, 30 pounds lighter, girl, okay? Yes, I actually did pretty well. Usually the holiday season is when I pick up the most weight, but I did well. I've been portioning my food. Let me stop lying, girl. I haven't had that much of an appetite any goddamn way, so it's been working out in my favor. But Christmas, I do plan on throwing down, bitch. I really do. I'm going to do the whole 9, bitch. Macaroni and cheese. Okay. I don't know. I might do some ribs, too, though. Homemade macaroni and cheese with braised ribs. Yes, girl. The kinds that fall off the bone. Chef Jace knows what I'm talking about, girl. Hello, God. I may not be able to do it, like him with the whole blueberry, blueberry braised short ribs, girl. Girl, you fat when your pussy gets wet talking about food. Like, and I don't mean my mouth getting wet. I mean my puss is getting wet thinking about. You ever had those ribs that just fall off the bone so gracefully, girl? It slides right off like a good piece of lubrication, girl, that Trade has done put in between your cheeks, girl, and was able to just slide on in with no problems. Not because your hole is loose, hello God, even though there's many of those girls out there, honey, with loose booty holes, girl. The walls of Jericho have came down on them many moons ago. Okay, I'm talking about just sliding in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're bracing for impact at the same time because you think it's gonna hurt. Yes, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't it crazy how you can even relate food to sex? Girl, yes, all roads lead back to being a whore. Yes, girl, anyway. But yeah, honey, I'm trying to lose this little weight, girl. Birthday coming up soon. I'm not sure yet on my trip to Dallas. I know I said that's where I was going to be going, but some things have happened and I'm not sure. I may end up going to Atlanta, but I'm not sure yet at all. But I'll let y'all know what the tea is, girl, how things work out. So anyway, bitch, I got a chance to get into the Adele album, titled 30. I did not like it. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. We waited all of this time for you to give us the same old bitch. Like, I love Adele, don't get me wrong. I just want to point out, when her Easy On Me song came out, I heard it on Instagram first. And the thing that took me was the version that I heard. Sound is crazy. How you listen to things versus listening to it in your car, with headphones, without headphones. So when I kept hearing the screeching noise that sounded like someone's retarded cat being dragged across a goddamn chalkboard, bitch, I wasn't here for it. But I heard the album version, and it was actually good. Her live version is actually better. So, I don't know what's the tea with that. But there are 12 songs on the album, and the only song that I find myself living for the most is the interlude that's titled All Night Parking, I believe. It's a very sultry jazz, R&B kind of vibe. I really live for that track. I wish the entire album had that same type of vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's just like, girl, I know albums are supposed to reflect where we're at the time of writing it, but when I listen to this album, all I can think of is 25 and the 21 and the 19 album. Like, girl, you know what I mean? And I'm so over the whole, I love a live band situation, but I'm over the whole piano tunes, girl. I'm over the whole, like, sadness of it all, girl. Even Mary at some point or another was like, girl, okay, I can still be depressed, but have some hot ass motherfucking beats playing in the background, girl. Hello, God. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this album is too expected. But I will say this: her rollouts are everything. That's the least she could do for us. Let's just be honest here, because she only comes out every 5 or 6 years in this bitch. And she did say herself that, girl, y'all might not see me for a long while. Well, I hope so. And when you do come back out, hopefully all that black dick that you've been jumping on reaps some goddamn flavor benefits when it comes to your music. Because I'm quite sure the girls thought when we saw that photo of her, you know, celebrating, you know, whatever the fuck that was, child, when she was dressed up in the Jamaican get-up shit, honey, we for sure thought that, you know, maybe this album might have some island flavor on it, which I'm grateful it doesn't, because we would have called her a cultural appropriator type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't here for the album. I'm sorry. I feel like it's dated. You can tell she wrote this herself, because she had a lot of nursery rhyme kind of nighttime songs. The lyrics didn't rhyme, which again, let's dispel that bullshit. You know, lyrics don't need to rhyme to be a song, but I was just unimpressed, very underwhelmed. Listen to All Night Parking, the interlude, and girl, look at all this traffic. I would try to come to the gym when there's like a ferocious amount of traffic. But yeah, girl, All Night Parking is way different. The album's not really cohesive all that much at all. Again, it's the same old girl, just on period. Anyway, let's get into just Lauryn real quick. So I've been watching. I don't review it, but you know, I told myself if I find things interesting enough to talk about, I will talk about it. I really enjoyed this show. I've talked a lot of shit in the past. I have not always saw eye to eye with Lauryn England, girl. I still think there's some things in this show that are just like, girl, whatever. But the overall concept, and now that we've come to this point towards the end, because I think this was what, episode 6 or something like that just came out, it's starting to open up more. And I'm here for everything. And I believe that they may be, Chasing Reality may be the first web series, and not just web series, other than YBENTTV doing the T.S. Madison experience. I do believe that this is the first time we're actually getting to see a trans woman full-on experience. It's very emotional. It's like an emotional roller coaster watching this show. And I really hope that parents, and you don't have to have a gay child or a trans child to relate, but I just think watching it, you will learn a lot about yourself. You know, the fucked up belief systems that have been embedded in our culture, in our community, in our race, with our people, girl, and how we need to kind of fix. You know, we use the word, acceptance. That's true. But I would also like to be using words like, you know, education. You know, let's educate these motherfuckers on how to address us, how to treat us. You know what I mean? I'm here for the show. And especially now that, again, we're opening up a little bit more. I don't really care for the friends. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't care for the friends. I enjoy Lauryn with her parents. I enjoy... Well, Lauryn, girl, you do need to work on how you talk, girl, because sometimes I'll be watching your confessionals and shit, and I'll be like, girl, you know you just repeated yourself like 3 times and said the same thing in different ways. So I think you need to take like a speech class or something. But other than that, girl, like, bitch, you look good. I said some raunchy ass things about your cheekbones a while back, but I must say, like, seeing the show from beginning to where we're at now, you can definitely see where she's blossomed. You know, she's a little bit more comfortable. Her fashions are on point. The girl works the fucking scene. So I'm here for all that shit. I was not here for the whole brother thing. I do feel like her brother was using her. still is using her. It kind of sucks that he did not. I knew he wasn't going to show up with them damn boys to that damn trampoline place. And I just felt like, damn, why would you go to a trampoline place in a fucking dress, bitch? You know what I'm saying? So I would like to get more in tune with that, but I don't really think we need to waste our energy on someone who is just trying to tolerate us for a little bit of screen time, notoriety, or favors, if that makes any sense. And even with the mom, she was like, oh, will you buy me one of those dresses? And I was looking at her like, but you can't even do something as basic as respect your child enough to call her Lauryn. But you want her to take her Lauryn England money, hello God, and buy you stuff with it. She done treated the girls. Girl, Lauryn must have stashed some of that goddamn Chinese deal money, girl, in a goddamn lingerie box or something. Ooh, he was cute, yes. Ain't no sunshine when she's only trade everywhere. Yes, honey. But he was riding a bike, girl, but whatever. You can ride it all up to my house, girl. But yeah, girl, like, I just was, it's convenient when y'all need her. And just like she said in her confessionals, crying and shit, like, I'm everything to everyone, but I'm nothing to myself. People are only calling me or wanting to be around me when I'm paying for this and paying for that. Take your power back, girl. Now that you've recognized that, fuck all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If people can't treat you the way that your daddy has been treating you this whole time during this whole process, fuck them. You know, I see your mom, she ain't scared to be around you in public and things of that nature. Your brother definitely was, because like I said before, I hated the way that whole situation came about, because it's like, girl, and how are you meeting up with somebody who you only have their Facebook contact information? You already know his broke ass probably ain't got no damn stable Wi-Fi connection, girl. You know, he could have at least gave you a text now number or something if y'all didn't want to have each other's real contact information. But another thing, bitch, but when you want me to buy things and pay for this and pay for that, you know how to reach out to the girl then. Let's just be real here, nigga. You didn't want your sons exposed to that shit. Let's be honest about that. I really wish we would have touched a little more on that, but I know there's only so many battles that we can fight in this particular, you know, show. But like, that shit stings the fuck out of me, and I know that stung the fuck out of her. So Lauryn, girl, like, my heart goes out to you, bitch. Like, no one, if you're, like you said too, if you ain't in that experience, you won't know exactly what that feels like. And when I was watching that, man, like, my fucking heart, man, just, it went out to that girl, man. Oh, fuck, I did not mean to do all this, girl. Like, and she's still walking around with a smile, and she's still trying to live her best life, girl, and letting nothing hinder her, girl. Like, and you see plain as day, even on the screen, girl, these hoes is out here on some raggedy ass fucking bullshit. And Lauryn, girl, you better than me, girl. You know, that's how you know God has been working on your ass, girl, because I would have been lighting fires, girl, up under these motherfuckers, girl, for my respect. Damn, girl. Who would have thought I'd be shedding tears for Lauryn England, girl? For those that's been following me, y'all know I've had a love-hate relationship with Lauryn England, girl. But now that we're opening up, girl, we're seeing more, and I'm everything's resonating with me. You know, you don't have to be trans for someone's story to be relatable to you. That's what I also try to let the LGBTQI plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 community understand. Like, you know, if you're part of the spectrum, you know what being outcasted feels like. You know the things that have been whispered about you through school, through your neighborhoods. You already know what that feels like. So you don't need to be trans to empathize or to sympathize or to relate to what the fuck is happening. That's why it kills me that there's not much respect even in our own community when it comes to the trans experience. That's a plight that none of us will truly ever be able to know. So how dare us disrespect these women? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get educated myself, girl. There's some ignorant shit that I say a lot of times. I'm not exempt, girl. I'm just gonna be honest and transparent about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning, but girl, like, this is the best way to learn. Shout out to Wendario. I had a lot of feelings in the beginning, a lot of reservations in the beginning, girl. But as we see this shit play, I'm just like, bravo, bitch. Like, I feel like they're doing a great job. I still feel like we should have threw some other, Kendra, Jayla, Alicia. Maybe that could come later. You know what I'm saying? But right now, like, I'm really good. This really opens up. And she kept it real about that China deal. She didn't get too specific, but I appreciate it. So that shows me, bitch, shut the fuck up. See the season first and then render your judgments later. Because she started telling the truth, and I love the conversation she had with her business manager. Her business manager let her know the tea. There was a lot of, miscommunications. I think there's a lack of education on Lauryn's part when it comes to the industry, when it comes to business, being an entrepreneur. Myself, running Tika Naturals is a fucking bitch. It's not what I thought it was. All you thinking about is you creating a product and you selling it. Girl, it's way more than that. Girl, trust. So for her to have her hands in all these different pots, like I say about other people that won't be named in this video, you gotta kind of like put one foot in front of the other, girl. Like, crawl before you walk, because if you are trying to do all of these things, it's going to be difficult to focus and to be successful as you could be, because you got too much going on, girl. Kind of like in the video that's that I just dropped. Like, your mind and you're doing all of this moving around, girl, and you wonder why you're not as successful as you should be, because you half-ass and everything. But I'm glad to see that she's recognizing her mistakes. She's learning from them. She's growing. I definitely see a difference, like she said, from Jalen versus Lauryn England. I love the progression. I love the growth. I wish nothing but blessings and happiness for you, baby, okay? Continue doing your shit. Continue living your best life. And I'm here for it. And that's all I have for right now, y'all. I'm gonna get into this gym and do my thing. And yeah, be blessed and never stress, y'all. Remember that health is wealth, bitch, okay? Bye, y'all.